put the milk in the blue bag, then we're going to put the fruit in the green bag, and then our hot food will go in the red bag.
This morning we have 2 employees that come in and they start arranging the breakfast, packing it in coolers and loading it in wagons. And then 2 children come from each classroom and they pick up a wagon and they take it back to their classroom.
The whole process takes about an hour and a half.
The program is very well organized. It's no extra time for the teacher, no extra work for the teacher. A child will bring the little red wagon, just really cute wagons that they pull to the classroom about 10 minutes before the bell rings, and then we just open the door, bring in our wagon, and about 3 minutes before the bell rings for the children to come in, we bring in 3 or 4 children who serve the breakfast. They lay it out on the desks. We get the whole class, we bring them in, their food is out, they put up their things, and we say the Pledge of Allegiance, and we eat and go right into our skills review, and within 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what's served, they are finished, and then they clean up their trash quickly, and then they begin their morning routine of reading and writing and everything else we have planned for them.
We meet the RDA's requirements of 1/4 of the children's calories per day that they are to receive. In the cooler bags are an entree, milk, and a fresh fruit. The entree varies from bagels and cream cheese, assorted muffins, cereal, low sugar. On Fridays, we have Hot Fridays, and they are breakfast pizza, breakfast burrito, sausage pancake on a stick.
What I love about the breakfast, and I found very helpful as a teacher, is that the kids are all getting food and they're fueled to learn. We kind of talk about getting energy for our brains to work so that we can learn. It's a time for me also to look at their little faces to see how they're feeling for the day, who's here and who's not. And then they just enjoy eating together, but it's kind of like family.
The children all eat together. They're all served equally. Nobody knows who's free and who's reduced. And I think when you take that out, that element out, these kids are willing to eat then because nobody can identify them as free or reduced.
As soon as the children finish eating, they just clean up after themselves. We have a certain trash can we put it in, and within an hour, the custodian comes around, removes the whole bag so that all the food is removed and we don't have stale food or any smells.
Well, in terms of cleanup, it's easier because I just go around and pick the trash cans are placed outside, and I just go around and pick them up and I can do that at my leisure.
One of the main concerns we had as a staff was, were we going to lose 15 minutes of instruction time per day? But we have found that because the kids are so attentive that we're actually getting a lot more teaching done, but also we've found creative ways to do a lot of skill review during those 10 minutes that we use in the morning for the children to eat.
They're not thinking about their tummies being hungry, they're eating. They sometimes they'll get up real early at 6 and eat a bowl of cereal, and by 8:30 they're really hungry. Or they get up late, they don't have time to eat breakfast, so I know they're going to get it at school.
There were concerns from our parents that this would take away from learning and focus in the classroom. And in fact, it has been the opposite. It has caused our children to want to come to school, knowing that they will have a little bit of breakfast and socialization, and then immediately engage into learning.
Taking away instructional time was very definitely a concern for all of us, even those of us that knew this was the right thing to do and that there would be benefits. You still wondered what's going to be the cost of this program, not financially, but in instructional time. The few minutes lost in the morning is gained at 10:30 and 11 with no trips to the nurse's office, no heads down because they're tired or their stomach hurts, and no interrupting the teacher.
In the past, I would have kids getting here as late as 10:30 when they're supposed to be here at 8:20 because they weren't getting out of bed because there was no food. And of course, they came to school and they were hungry, they were crying. And for those children, the morning was totally wasted.
Children who don't have breakfast have a difficult time concentrating in the morning, paying attention for an extended period of time before lunch. Since the program has been instituted, the number of health room visits has decreased significantly. And we see fewer children in the morning during the academic time that's dedicated to some of the core courses in the classroom.
I think breakfast is the part meal because it helps your body have routines and it makes your body think. If kids don't eat it in the morning and they don't have enough energy to go to school or work, anything out, so they eat at here, school.
We used to have lots of people getting sick, and now that we have the program of getting food in the morning, now people are getting less sicker.
We are very fortunate that this program has paid for itself. There was an initial capital outlay for the Little Red Wagons. Other than that, it is a self-supporting program. And to see the test scores increase made us then anxious to involve other schools in the program. So we're going to forge ahead and involve as many schools as we can, as quickly as we can.
The grab-and-go cart is basically a brunch cart that we take out on the campus with breads, grains, meat alternatives, fruit, vegetables, and fluid milk to get to the students who could not make it to the cafeteria in a timely manner and get back to their classroom.
Me, as a person, I've never, ever ate breakfast. And we would start school at 8:05, and I would have to wait all the way to 12 to eat.
Kids don't have too much time in between classes. They don't have time to run to the cafeteria and sit down for breakfast. So these cards offer an opportunity for the kids to literally grab and go to the next class.
It's easy. It's close to my classes. Sometimes I'll have them right next to my class so I wouldn't be late, and it's just very convenient for me.
It's like in the middle of the day, you got a little brunch, and it's perfect. You know, we could eat whatever you want. You know, it's nutritional, and your stomach is not hurting through third and fourth period. So I like it. It's perfect for me.
A lot of times students will say they, haven't had anything to eat in the morning, and then after first period they grab something from the cart, so it's an awesome.
I think one of the benefits that I can see is that they keep their stomach full, because I have a lot of kids, especially the girls, that always say that they don't eat. And the fact that the food is there, it gives them an opportunity to actually eat. And I don't hear the complaints. Plus, I see, because I also coach, when they don't eat, I can see how they get real lethargic.
The student will approach the cart and punch in their ID number as they get their reimbursable meal. Their student ID number is the key to the program. It ensures that we have an actual reimbursable meal and the child has not eaten at the earlier breakfast.
I like it. I like it. Just today I was saying the students don't have enough time. 6 minutes is just not enough time. Teachers don't have enough time to get over to the cafeteria a lot of times. So it's a great program.
Staff members that I have spoken to around the school district here are excited about the program and very happy to see that the students get something to eat. They have expressed that the students pay better attention, they're more in tune to what's going on, and they're not asking to go get something to eat because they're hungry. With the cafeteria, participation was extremely low, about 125 students out of 900, and now we're feeding 2/3 of the student population with the grab-and-go breakfast carts.